Hello, yogi friends and family. I just wanted to jump on here and share a hamstring yoga flow. So we're going to start on our backs. What we'll need is a strap. If you don't have a strap, you can use a tie or a piece of rope, anything. 2 blocks and a blanket. So let's get started. Let's come onto the back. Allow the feet to be as wide as your mat. Knees are going to knock together. Placing the hands onto the belly, firming down the shoulder blades, lengthening the tailbone towards your heels, and lift all 10 toes and ground them into the earth. So there's that lifting of the arch of the foot, so we're not dumping into that area or the ankle. So really pressing through the pinky edges, grounding down, and start by acknowledging the breath. Listening to the soft whisper. Using this time to make those tiny adjustments to find the softest version of yourself as you arrive in your space. And if you're feeling okay and safe, you can gently close the eyes and rest them into the back of the skull. As we slip the shoulders down into their space, softening the front ribs into the back body. If you haven't already, go ahead and dive into that Ujjayi pranayama, that ocean quality breath. Let the jaw be soft and the cheekbones. Setting an intention for your practice. It could be simple and sweet or a word. And then on your next inhale, filling up the lungs, you're lifting through your heart. Clearing breath through the lips. Coming into that full body stretch as if you were greeting Saturday for the very first time. I like to cross my wrist and allow that little pocket of air behind my spine to happen so the ribs expand towards my sky. And as you exhale, draw that tailbone into the earth, bringing the right knee into your chest, and just notice how that feels. Maybe flexing and pointing through the right foot. And then finding your strap, looping it around the ball of your right foot. And extending the right foot towards the sky as if it was giving us the sky a high five. This little adjustment, right thumb into your right hip crease, is just draw that right sitting bone towards the front of your mat so we're not crunching into the right side of your waist. Both straps are going to be in your hands. And we're not death gripping the strap. Longer, I love, is better. So the shoulders are still grounded and the hands are reaching towards your right foot. Now left knee can be bent or left leg can be strong, your choice. So take a big breath into the right glute, right hamstring, right heel print. Give the sky a high five. And as you exhale, right toe towards the crown. Any sensation, breathe into it. So there's a little pocket of air behind the right knee, so we're not jamming into the knee joint. There's always a slight bend. And you listen to your body and your breath. It will be your map, your guide. Big breath in, high five to the sky. Exhale, bring the right toe towards the crown. Lengthening through your arms. Take one more breath here. And exhale. Both straps are going to be into the right hand, left hand, front of your left hip. This will keep you grounded and square. And we're going to sweep the right leg off to the right. So sometimes I like to bring my right tricep and my right elbow to the earth as a kickstand. Some can take a nice right arm, take your right arm straight and feel that. So we don't want to rock. We want to stay grounded into the abundance and let the hip points be like lasers towards your sky. Breathe into the right inseam, right through the arch. Take one big breath in. Soft breath out. With the strength of that right inner thigh, right foot towards the sky. Both straps are going to come into the left hand, so we're not going to totally rock onto the left hip. I just want you to bring that IT band awareness, so right inner thigh crosses the left thigh. Right thumb can join that right hip crease to draw it down. You can look over the right shoulder, so a sensation into the right outer hip, right through the pinky edge of your right foot. Both feet are flexed. Take one more vibrant breath in through your body. And let that exhale soften and indulge into your space. Use that right outer sit bone power to bring your right foot to the sky. Gently bend the right knee. Full body stretch to reset. And then as you exhale, draw the spine into the earth, knee into the chest, flexing and pointing, and maybe rolling through the ankles. So here we embrace those Rice Krispie treat sounds of the body. Those are signs of magic not getting older, just saying. And when you're ready, find that strap over the left foot, extending it through the sky. And again, left thumb, left hip crease, drag it down so we're open and long to the left side of the body. Both straps, both hands, not death gripping, long and beautiful. Take a big breath in and exhale. Maybe the right knee bends or not, it's your choice, but find the sensation. And each side is going to be playful and saying, yeah, I got this. And other days we're like, oh no, not today. So you listen to your body. So from left glute, left hamstring, right through that calf, through the heel print. Big breath in, sky high five. Exhale, left toe towards the crown. Don't let that right thigh get lazy, so internally rotate. So right inner thigh towards the earth, right toes towards your sky. Let the muscles start to hug the bone. Big breath. And exhale. As we open to the opposite side, the left side, both straps in left hand upon right hip, and we're just gonna open it out. So again, this side, you can use the tricep and the elbow as a crutch, right? If this is crunchy in the neck or the shoulders, long strap and breathe in. So again, not rocking and rolling, breathing into the space. Soften the front ribs down, use that belly in your core, maybe look over your right shoulder. And then use that left inner thigh power to come back through center, both straps into your right hand, left thumb into your left hip crease. Find more space and just find that soft crossing. So IT band right to the pinky edge of the left foot. You can look over your left shoulder. Both legs are strong, muscles are hugging the bones. Find your breath. And then on your next inhale, back through center. Let go of the strap. Knees into your chest. I think there's a hair on me. I like to make little circles onto the sacrum just to prepare for downward facing dog. And then when you're ready to, if you're feeling kind of spicy in your practice and you want to rock and roll over the crossing of your ankles, go for it. If you're feeling like a sloth, maybe rolling to the right or left, no judgment, right? And if you're going to use your props, the blocks, bring them up to the front of your space. First downward facing dog, hands are going to be shoulder width apart, knees underneath your hips, lifting the hips. Let's walk our dog as wide as the mat. So pinky edges. So give a good stretch of the mat, bending through your right knee, seal the deal with the left knee. So we don't want the belly hang here. We want to draw the front ribs in and find that gentle stretch. Maybe look past your thighs. And press through pinky edge of right foot, right heel, bend your left knee. Hey buddy, lay down. Shifting the shoulders out of your ears. Hi buddy. Hello. I love you. Less dishes. And then in this soft downward facing dog, we're going to gently walk him or her to the front of your space. Being mindful of your hamstrings if they're tight. I love to have my blocks on the medium height here. So getting some space and length. Big breath in, halfway lift, shoulders out of your ears. Exhale, bend your knees and let the ribs touch your thighs. Inhale, lifting up halfway. And then exhale. Root your eyes, press into your feet, lengthen tailbone, arms overhead. Right ankle in front of left ankle. Left hand's gonna find your right wrist. We're just gonna make this half moon shape by pressing through the feet, drawing the inner thighs to the back of the mat, front ribs inside, body stretch. Inhale back through center, big toes touch. Heels of the hands into your pants pocket, open through your chest. Draw the elbows towards the center of your spine. And as you exhale, come back through center. Left ankle in front of right ankle. Right hand's gonna find your left wrist. Side bend, draw inner thighs. Lengthen tailbone, maybe look underneath your left elbow. And as you exhale, come back through center. Interlace your fingers or maybe hands in pants pocket. Open through the front of the chest, the shoulders, big breath. And as you exhale, pour it into that forward fold. As your hands find your blocks, on an inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. I'm just gonna move my buddy Hooper. Can you come over here, buddy? Come over here. Come on. Come on, lay down, lay down, lay down, lay down, lay down. Good boy. Not on the mouth. Okay. On an inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, stepping the right leg back into your lunge, right knee and shin down. So fingertips or blocks here. We want to allow that right shin bone to press down and to lengthen out of our sacrum, right? So we're not dumping here. We want to use the energy of the inner thighs to draw in and up and look forward. If this feels comfy, cozy, you're gonna stay here and breathe. Maybe hands onto that left thigh to lift your heart away from that area. Lengthen tailbone towards the back of the earth. Draw your front ribs and hip points towards your ribs. Maybe the fingertips come towards your sky. Big breath here. Soft breath out. One more inhale. And exhale. As we reach forward for those blocks, sending the left heel into the earth. So we don't want our sitting bones back. I want my right sitting bone over my right knee, my left toes to the sky. Energetically drag that left thigh bone back and press into the blocks to get long in your waistline. Wiggle through your toes. Now another option here is, I'm just gonna move it back because Hooper's on my mat. You can extend your left foot to the earth. So stretching through the front of the left foot and that ankle, that's always an option. Big breath in, soft breath out. One more inhale and exhale. Taking both blocks to the left side of your space. So I T-band right through that pinky edge. So blocks, I always encourage to lift the earth. If you're comfy, cozy with bringing your hands to the mat, so be it. Big breath into the right lung. As you exhale, drag that left sitting bone back. Left toes to the sky on your inhale. As you exhale, squeeze your inner thighs towards your pelvic floor. One more big breath here. And a soft breath out. On your next inhale, walking the blocks to the front of your space. Left knee over your heel print, moving your blocks out of the way. Tuck your right toe, step back to that downward facing dog. So here the feet are about hips distance. Our hips are not this big. So find what works for you. And then on your inhale, hips and heels will lift. Draw belly in, front ribs in. Float forward into your plank pose. Knees down, child's pose. Good stretch of your mat. Chin towards your heart, round into that cat. Moving forward into your cow. Knees, chest, chin to the earth. So your bum is nice and high. Lift through the knees and shins. Flatten out the tops of the feet. Baby cobra on your inhale. As you exhale, lower down. 2 more times. Press the action of the tops of the feet. Draw your elbows back. And as you exhale, lengthen. 1 more time. Big breath in. And a soft breath out. Tucking your toes, firming in your belly. Tabletop. Lengthen out into your plank. And then downward facing dog. Inhale, floats the right leg towards your sky. So we keep the hips square. Lift up through the ball of your left foot, right knee towards your tummy. Protract your shoulders, bring your right foot between your wrists. If it doesn't get there, we have that buddy system, lowering the left knee and chin down. Top of the left foot presses. And again, finger pads for that length. Blocks even better, right? Draw outer hips in, and maybe the hands find your right thigh. We scoop front of the hip points towards our low ribs, lengthen tailbone, inner thighs, whoosh, squeeze them in, fingertips fly high for that added stretch. Inhale to find space. Exhale, find your corset, right? Big breath here. Soft breath out. Hands float down to frame out your right foot. So that left sitting bone stays right on top of my left knee. My right toes are gonna float to the sky. No rounding in the shoulders. Think of beautiful neck and shoulder soft. Drag right outer hip back. Big breath in, and exhale, find that sensation. And on that same side, right toes can always stay up or root them towards the earth for that different kind of sensation. Your choice. Wrap triceps and find your breath here, and exhale, find that little hinge. Both blocks over to the right side, shoulder width apart. So we're breathing into the left side of the body. Shoulders are soft, lengthening on our inhale, softening on our exhale. Big breath in, soft breath out. On your next inhale, blocks come to frame your right foot. You're gonna lift your right knee over your right heel, tucking your left toe, lift your thighs, step to the front of your mat. Blocks, medium, high, low setting, anything that feels good, halfway. Exhale, bend softly at the knees, forward fold. Big breath in, root to rise. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Left leg back into your lunge. Hands shoulder width apart, downward facing dog. So stay for here. Big breath in and a soft breath out. Hips and heels will lift. Belly, ribs in, floating you out into your plank. Knees down, child's pose, beautiful stretch. Big breath in, round into your cat. Exhale, cow. Knees, chest, chin, bum stay sassy. Lifting through your thighs. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, lower. Tucking through your toes, draw belly in, tabletop. And then to your downward facing dog. Big breath here. Soft breath out. On an inhale, left heel will lead you to three-legged dog. Come on to the ball of the right foot, squeezing your inner thighs. Left knee towards your tummy. Protract your shoulders, shoulders over your wrist. Looking forward, left foot forward. And again, if it doesn't get there, buddy system. Pressing into your left foot. Right foot meets left. Halfway lift, hands on shins, fingertips are blocks. Exhale, forward fold. Big breath in, root to rise. Exhale, hands to your heart. Bend your knees, soft chair, so fingertips reach forward. And then as you exhale, right thumb on top, forward fold straight in through your legs. Inhale, bend your knees, chair pose. Exhale, wash it away, left thumb on top, stretching through, forward fold. Inhale, root to rise this time, and then exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Right leg into your lunge, this time left leg into your plank. So here you have the option for that knees, chest, chin option, right? To lower down. Chaturanga if it's part of your practice, and upward facing. Lowering all the way down into the earth, and cobra, your choice. I'm gonna hold plank for those 3 breaths. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, draw everything in. Inhale, find length. Exhale. One more big breath in. Beautiful breath out. Downward facing dog. On an inhale, right leg will lift, 3-legged dog. Come hand to the ball of the left foot, right knee towards your belly. Backpack it through the center of your chest. Sweeping forward into your assisted warrior 3. So blocks or fingertips shoulder width apart. You want to lift up through the inseam of that right thigh, drag that right outer hip back, flex through your left foot, lengthen, and then exhale, forward fold. Bend and brush, here's your soft chair. Exhale, right thumb on top, forward fold. Shoulders out of your ears. Big breath in, here's your chair. Exhale, left thumb on top. Inhale, root to rise. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to find space and length. Left leg invites you back to your lunge. Right foot joins left, and here's your plank. So you can lower half or all the way. Finding that vinyasa if you want. And then as we make our way into that downward facing dog. Wrap your triceps in, slide the energy through your finger pads. On an inhale, left heel will lift to your three-legged dog. Honoring your hips to be square, lift through your right heel. Left knee bends towards your belly. Your heart space, step it through. And again, if it doesn't get there, help it through. Fingertips or blocks, assisted warrior three. So honor that left outer hip to be back. Broaden across the chest and collarbones. Right foot meets left, right away, chair pose. Here we hold. Stay into that chair, reach the fingertips back. Inhale, fingertips forward. Exhale, wash it away. One more big breath in. Soft breath out. Root to rise, find your elbows, lift and lengthen. Exhale, let it go. Halfway lift to find length. To prepare to jump back to chaturanga, step back through plank. What's your journey today? I'm going to go into my downward facing dog. So your breath is your guide, and your body is just full on for the ride. On an inhale, right leg will lift, right knee, belly, chest, low lunge. Now we're going to pivot our left heel down, so heel to heel alignment, arriving into our warrior one. Hands on hips to honor the tailbone to lengthen towards the earth, and the hip bones to shine forward like headlights. Lengthening through the inseam of the right thigh, so that right knee towards the pinky edge. Melt the pinky edge of your left foot down. So if you're comfy, cozy here, maybe, right? Fingertips to your sky, or you can take a warrior 1.5. What feels good in your body? Honor that space. Big breath here. Soft breath out. On an inhale, right leg is gonna lengthen. Interlace your fingers behind the back. So right thumb on top. Honor that right outer hip back and press firmly through both feet. Shave through the left hamstring, which means the arms are gonna go straight. And as you exhale, soft hinge, finding that halfway. Now 50% in the right foot, 50% in the left. Squeeze the heels towards the midline, honor that Suzanne Summers. Big breath in for your inner thighs. Exhale, maybe find a little bit deeper bend. One more inhale here. Soft exhale. Arriving into your warrior one on your inhale. Exhale, frame out that right foot. Lifting through your left heel. Come forward into your assisted warrior three. So blocks, right? Left heel reaching back. Drawing your inner thighs in. Big breath in here. Soft breath out. So from warrior three, we're gonna tip back to a high lunge, finding your blocks. So fire back through your left heel. Squeeze inner thighs towards your midline. Right knee and shin forward, you can stay here. Or start to lift up and find that beautiful high lunge for power. So imagine your inner thighs are squeezing in towards your midline. Maybe there's a soft bend in your left knee. Extend through your left heel. Engage your glutes to protect the low back. Big breath in. Soft breath out. One more inhale here. Soft breath out. Spin your left heel down, warrior two. So maybe a little bit wider of a stance, heel to arch alignment. Take an opportunity to reach forward and absolutely reach back. Lift up through your crown, and as you exhale, lower down. On an inhale, peaceful. And then as you exhale, straighten through your right leg. Turn your left toe slightly and drag that right sitting bone back. Triangle, right hand on shin or block, which I love. Left fingertips towards the short end of the mat and open up. So as we drag that right heel towards your back heel, right lung towards my right shoulder, Right wrist into the block or the earth, and our gaze can be up towards your top hand, off the tip of the nose, or towards your earth. Soften your jaw, breathe into the length of your legs. Inhale here, soft breath out. On your next inhale, rebend through that right knee. Here's your peaceful. Honor it in your exhale. Here's your vinyasa. Be creative if you want to do that jump switch, if you're creating that little balance of handstand. I'm gonna find my way in down dog. Big breath here, soft breath out. One more inhale and exhale. Left heel flies towards your sky. Left knee, belly, chest, shoulders over your wrist. Remember the protraction, heel to heel alignment, finding your warrior one when you are ready. All those beautiful adjustments, hips towards the front of your space, pinky edge of right foot pressing, pelvic floor engaged, fingertips to your sky or your hips. Warrior 1.5, what feels good in your body? Any crunching in the low back, find the low belly, draw the front ribs in. On your next inhale, left thumb on top, straighten through your left thigh, open across the collarbones, and here we dive forward into that beautiful stretch. So encourage both heels to draw in towards each other, right? Suzanne Somers moment. Inner thighs draw in, and we allow the body to lengthen here. Inhale and exhale. Big breath in. Let it all go. Root to rise. Here's your warrior one. Exhale, let's frame out your left foot. Lifting your right heel to the sky, pardon my hooper, warrior three. So again, inner thighs drop in, right heel fires back, lengthen on your inhale, and then as you exhale, find your blocks, flat left, framing your left foot, finding that high lunge. So as we lift through our inner thighs, we press back through our right heel. Maybe we're here. Maybe we find high lunge. Left knee is grounded over my left heel. Left sitting bone drawing back. Right heel joining the party. Long waistline, fingertips fly high. On your exhale, here's your warrior two. So heel to arch alignment. As much as we're moving forward, let's press back with our right hand. Drag down into your feet as we lift up through our crown. Stay for one more breath cycle. On our inhale, here's your peaceful, straighten through your left leg. Left hip bone draws back, right toe slightly turned in. Here's our triangle. So left hand on shin, block our earth. Wrap your fingertips of your right hand forward to find that space, and squeeze your shoulder blades to open through your heart. Notice if your front ribs or belly are drawing in, so you want that action of that left sitting bone towards my right heel. Long waistline and your height of your block all depends on what you need for your hamstrings and your hips. Stay for one big breath in and a soft breath out. On your next inhale, rebend that left knee into your peaceful. Here's that vinyasa moment if you want it. Maybe a handstand play if you're feeling warm, your choice. I'm gonna arrive in my downward facing dog and breathe. On an inhale, both hips and heels will lift. Rolling out into your plank, knees down, cross over your ankles and find a nice comfortable seat. So as we find this comfortable seat, you can have your strap nearby or your blocks. Right hoops? Stay. Left toes to the sky. Right foot into your seated tree. Sit down, sit down. If you're using your strap, you're gonna wrap it around the ball of your left foot. And again, when we did what was on our back, we're not death gripping the strap. We wanna find all that length. And all that length is gonna lift up through the body and, and find that hinge. If you're using your blocks, more yin, hooper. You're gonna find it alongside your body and find a stretch and just take a sweet bow, okay? So 3 rounds of your breath. Inhale to find length. Exhale. 1 or 2 more rounds. As you're ready to come out, slowly finding yourself into that tall spine. Right leg, give it a little bit of love, straighten through. Left knee bends, left foot into your right inner thigh. Moving your abundance so we're grounded into those bones, and those options on the opposite side. Ball around right foot. Think of reaching. If you have the opportunity to find your right foot, rounding through the shoulders and bowing towards your situation is no bueno. You want to imagine you have that rock star necklace on, moving forward. And again, that other option with the blocks, I'll show you on this side. Keep dedicating every breath into any tight areas you may have, into the backs of the thighs, the shoulders. Stay for 1 more cycle of your breath. And as we start to come out of this, finding that tall spine, both blocks or strap, come off to the side, straightening through your left leg, double leg stretch. So moving your abundance, any adjustments. If you prefer to sit on a block to lift your hips to find that soft hinge, you may do that. Blocks underneath the knees. It just softens the hamstrings as you come forward. I always love this option where the body is connected towards our quads to find that forward fold. You can also use that with the strap as well, right? I'm going to find yoga toe lock with the blocks underneath my knees. So as I breathe in, I find length. As I exhale, indulge into the shoulders. One more time to inhale, find length, and exhale, belly to spine, and I find that beautiful hinge. Let the ears float over the shoulders, the front ribs to acknowledge the back ribs. And if yoga toe lock's not in your practice today, with those blocks, you can rest the forearms and the elbows and offer the palms to the sky or resting onto the shin bones. And then on your next inhale, slowly lifting the ears over the hips, finding that tall spine. Any propping that you may have had off to the side. Finding our way to the back body, setting up for bridge. So bridge pose, a beautiful way. I like to have a block between my inner thighs. The power of the mermaid drives in through our pelvic floor. Feet are going to be hips distance. Fingertips are going to just touch the heels. On an inhale, all the love into our feet. And as we exhale, squeeze the glutes to lift up. So maybe today it's triceps pressing down, the shoulders encouraging the same movement, lengthening tailbone towards the back of the calves, pressing into the feet to lift the hips. If you're adventurous and you want to go a little bit more through the chest, interlacing the fingers and just lifting up with the power of the triceps, the belly, the glutes, the feet, squeezing that block. Inhale here. And exhale. And I'm releasing those fingers, pouring the shoulder blades, the mid-back, the sacrum into the earth. Block overhead if you used it. Walk the feet about mat's distance. Knees windshield wiper from side to side. And then if you have 2 blocks, placing them on either side of your mat on the medium setting. If not, no big deal. Extending the left leg long, right knee in towards your chest where it began in class. Extending your right foot to the sky, hands behind the right hamstring. Big breath in, lengthen. As you exhale, right toes towards the crown. On your next inhale, bend the right knee. Left hand's gonna find the right knee. Left arm goes long, right knee over right hip. I'm gonna scoot my left outer hip underneath my right and allow the right shin to relax, and as I open into my twist. Encouraging both shoulders to ground and to lengthen through the right and left side body. The twist is happening there. Looking over my right shoulder if it feels okay. On your next inhale, coming back through center, allowing the body to lengthen, that full body stretch. And as you exhale, keep the right leg long, left knee in towards your tummy. Interlacing the fingers behind the left hamstring, hamstring into your fingers, left toes to the sky. Big breath in. As you exhale, draw the left toes. So again, where we began in class, we use the strap. Here we're using our hands. And then on your next inhale, rebending that left knee. As you exhale, right hand guides left knee over to left, so I roll onto my right outer hip. Block, cushion, anything that you can find support, flexing through both feet, encouraging both shoulders down. Looking over that left wrist. What feels good in your body today? And on your next inhale, coming back through center, both feet into the mat. Maybe here, giving yourself that big, beautiful hug or a full body stretch. And we're going to set up for Shavasana. So in Shavasana, if you have that blanket, rolling it up like a little Tootsie Roll, placing it behind the knees or the back of the neck, your choice. I'm gonna do my knees. If you have an eye pillow for the eyes, or maybe a nice little blanket. As we arrive, shimmying the shoulders underneath so we're open across the chest. Eye pillow, maybe with your favorite essential oil, right? Backs of the hands are gonna rest, and let the inner thighs rotate towards your sky. So the outer thighs are externally rotating, giving your body this opportunity to rest and take it all in. you can stay in Shavasana for as long as you like. As we start to draw the awareness to our breath, it connects to the physical body. Soft movements of the fingers and the toes. Arriving in your mat in that full body stretch or bending at the knees. Rolling to the right side to seal in that breath of gratitude for coming to your space. Both hands into the earth to arrive into that comfortable seat. Bringing the arms overhead and then hands to your heart to seal in your practice. Honoring your breath with an inhale and exhale. Thank you for practicing. Namaste.